Hello. I'm here to talk about the Blue Album. I hate the Blue Album. I think I wrote this one high on raw hot dogs and shredded cheese or something. I can't remember. I had seen that video from Wintergatten. I don't know what his name is. I don't know how you say his name. He's Swedish or Norwegian or something. One of those beautiful European places. And I thought that instrument was really cool, so I tried to recreate that in Serum, and then I just built the rest of the track around that. And it turned out kind of spooky.
Close your eyes.
Alright. Some may say this one is cringe. But, listen, you gotta feed the whole family. Alright? Sometimes you gotta make some cringe. You get a little something for everybody, okay? You know, I heard from a robot wearing human skin once, it's not that you're wrong, it's just that the entire universe around you is the wrong universe. So, I'm going to take this as I've literally slipped into another universe and now I am out of place. This song being bad isn't my fault. I was just taken from the good timeline. You have to believe me. Cisco. So this is another song based around my friend Cisco. I had messaged him and I was like, hey man, my friend of many years who has a drawing of mine permanently put on his body. And he was like, would you like to work on a song with me? I'll pay. So I hear these things aren't that hard to figure out. I broke it down into getting the main loop, and then I would just kind of riff the fills, and every day I would come in and do 20 passes or so on it, kind of plug in every 4 bars or whatever. I kind of just built up a sample pack for myself of my own bad playing, which didn't turn out so bad. Some may say that I could just play it in full, but I'm lazy. Now, you may ask yourself, Stu, those drums sound great. How did you get that drum sound? Well, first off, they don't. Secondly, let's look at the snare. See, this is the clean part of the snare, and this is the dirty part of the snare, this one here. And you know, the sound comes from the dirty part, because all the history of music was very dirty and collects itself in the center of the snare. So if you hit the clean part, it sounds like this. And if you hit the center part, where all the dirt is, it sounds like this. Easy. It's another one of those standard funk tracks that I... This is one that came about because my brother had asked me to put some kind of more water-sounding tracks on the album, and I thought that was an interesting prospect, so I did a couple of drafts of songs, and this one was kind of the most catchy. I kind of liked it. It's kind of weird, but it's kind of dancey in its own way, so I didn't mind including it on the album. Oh boy, here's what you're all here for. Right. So I could talk about this for like an hour. It started off as like a Splatoon-inspired track, but then I put the organs in and it felt more like a kind of boss fight. So I decided that this is the one on the album that was going to get the music video. At this point, it started to have that kind of punk character, so I wanted to put things like Splatoon samples in it to give it that kind of fun push. I originally wanted to do a version of it that was inside a riot. I wanted to do, like, LARPing, where everybody got their own weapon, and it was kind of like this street gang turf war thing between, like, the skateboard kids and the car kids, and everybody had their own pop culture weapon. I put some lyrics on it, and that version sounds like this. Skip to this time. If you don't want to hear this version of the song, it is kind of cringe.
Straight to your face, a little weak punk bitch, come to show you your place. I was born sideways, so I had to get buffed. The world's had it out for me, but frankly it can go and get stuck. I was here for the food, I was born malnourished with my lungs in a tube. I beat out all the sperm so that I could come to life. Then the doc put me under twice and cut me with a knife. But I can't die. Where are my organs? The doc took them from me. He grabbed me and he sent me home, hanging out the window with one arm looking real tough, yelling out at neighbors telling bitches they can get stuff. We get home, bam, I jump out the window, back to the top, then he gave me the info. Two broke arms done wrapped like a pinto, all leg, no brain, king in the limbo. But I won't die. I don't need my arms, I can eat with my legs, my feet.
Yo. Maybe it's the oxy that the doc threw in, or maybe it's that I'm drinking a gallon of milk every single day for the last 24 years, but I feel fine.
Or maybe I was born a god, and my bones healing is a sign from the heavens I was meant to rule this puny world. Maybe.
I can't die! Now that I'm a god, I can conquer the earth. You
we did kind of have a music video in the works for this version. I had gotten a big group of people together to do it, and it became too difficult to manage that many people in their free time. So I decided to scale everything back and do a more bare bones version of it. And because we were taking a different direction with the music video, I wanted to reapproach to the song itself. So I took out all the Splatoon stuff, and kind of played the song straight, and thought I would do a kind of 60s inspired B-movie chase scene with like a monster character, and then I ended up deciding that the monster character was me, and that ended up being the version that everybody settled with and that we were able to shoot, so that's what got made. Now, even in this version, I changed a lot. As we were shooting, we had all of these plans to do really brutal, bloody kills, and then I kind of pulled back away from that, and thought that doing a Bill and Ted kind of lighting gag would be a lot more interesting visually than doing gore, because everybody does gore. Every student film, everybody does gore, so I didn't want to end up just being another shot-in-the-woods gore indie thing. Let's talk about making something, logistically. This music video cost probably $1,000, $2,000, all things included. That's feeding everybody all the weekends and stuff like that. We shot every Tuesday for about 7 months. That's what people could manage. And the way we went about it was we shot the middle, and then we went back and shot the beginning, and then went forward and shot later in the chase sequence, and then went back again and reshot the beginning, and then bridged that beginning in with the middle in a new way. And jumping around in that way really gave me time to think about the ideas that I was presenting and figure out ways to have little character beats and punch stuff in, get new inserts while we were moving around in these spaces. And I think it's important to address that I didn't make this linearly. This was not something where I sat down, storyboarded everything, and then shot it front to back, and that was the final version. I hate this idea that you can't create things in your own way. Just make whatever you want, however you want it. Don't listen to anyone ever telling you how to make anything, no matter what. I don't care. Everyone is wrong. Figure out your own process. Working in a standard setting with money and funding and producers and all this shit just makes me want to throw up. It is so uncreative to work in that way. I need to be able to react. I need to be able to have a part in front of me and have ideas about it, react to it, and be creative and feel my intuition out through that work. Having to make all of your decisions before you've even set foot on the set or seen a single frame of the movie and gotten a feel for its texture just makes me sick. Nothing you do in pre-production can prepare you for what it feels like to be there. And having the flexibility to react and to feel what it's like to be in that environment and take your time to kind of live in that world and come up with shots is something that David Lynch has complained about with some of his work, that they never give him enough time on set. It's just infuriating. There are more fun ways to make movies. This is something that can be very fluid. It can be really fun. And there's times in which I'm sure it feels like that on set, but it's never felt like that to me. And this was the first time where just meeting up every Tuesday over the course of 7 months, we had that flexibility where I could juggle around and do what I felt was right for the piece, given what was in front of me. Nobody creates like this because they want it done now and it costs a lot of money to do this. But the benefit is you get to take your time and think about the work and really live with the work and play with it and react to it, and that is creative. It felt good to make this work. Although the work was tough, and I spent 2 months making props and preparing for everything, it felt like play, and it was so much fun to make it that way. And if you get the chance to make something like this, I encourage you to consider the way that's going to be the most fun for you to create, because doing the first version of this music video was like a parasite in my mind. It was so painful, I hated it, and the second version was a lot more fun. And I got to be behind the camera, which means I got to make it look good. Anyway, I'm going to talk about the props now. Here is the grave. I spent like 2 months just making and sanding and painting all the stuff to put in here. I had way more Egyptian murals and stuff that I wanted to put in here, but I just gave up. Most of it didn't show up on camera anyway, so whatever. To do a lot of that printing and sanding and painting, I enlisted the help of a Chinese slave so I could get everything done while focusing on other parts of the project like storyboards. You know, I was a slave once. People always ask me when I'm going back to the mines. Here's the skull. I'm not going to say where it's from, so the lawyers don't come after me. But I mocked up a 3D model and printed it, and put some battery-powered LEDs in the back of the head so we could kind of fog it and have the light shine through, and it would be, ooh, scary. We also used my Subaru. Shout out to my Subaru. This guy a real one. Oh, also, we broke a window for the music video, and I went to a junkyard and got a window from another Subaru, rolled my window down and duct taped it to the outside of the car, and then we hit it with a shovel for real. I wasn't shooting in slow motion like a dumbass, but that shot is real glass, and it took us about 45 minutes to clean up the glass afterwards because I'm an idiot, and I didn't know that when you shatter a window like that, it explodes into a billion pieces, and I still have glass in my dashboard to this day. Do not be safe. It is too expensive. If I was going to do this out of like light, thin resin, or breakaway glass, or rubber silicone glass, or whatever, it just would have been too expensive. Silicone is like $70 a bottle. Or you could just do the smart thing and find a guy who's willing to die to get the job done. Which, thankfully, I had. And the last special effect of the music video is the UFO. How did he do it? Well, Blender Guru for the Earth, polygon metal texture on a 3D model that I got off of Sketchfab, and then I just animated it by hand. Now, why did I do this? For the most part, I wanted to keep it practical. Most things in this music video are either composite or practically done entirely. Having the CG UFO at the end was a kind of transition into ideas for a sequel, where we do a more 2000s kind of all chromey style music video, but I haven't made that yet. So that is a visual transition from the practical 80s kind of look, or the 60s thing that inspired it, and the future aesthetic that will be in the sequel, whenever I get around to doing that. Ah yes, the obligatory slow song to end out the album. I made this in like a day. I wanted to have something that felt like an ending track to the album, and I liked the idea of just like a drum machine and a guy with a guitar, so I did a little song based on that. Yeah, I put some strings in there. Shut up. Anyway, so that's it. This one feels like a bad second date. where you really hit it off the first time, and then you find out love is like a nebulous term that has no real application to anything, and your penis is a plague on your life. All of my white blood cells turn black the day I release this album. It swallows my soul and spits it into a black hole, stretching me into infinity, never to be seen again. I hate it. Maybe next time I'll finally sell out and do what everybody else does. The most boring shit of all time. Rap. Seems to work for every other brain-dead, talentless, stealing hack and their moronic, consumerist fan base, so why not give it a swing? What's the worst that could happen? I make something actually fun, unlike the majority of rap? Oh no.
Give me a little boogie.
Do a little jig, Dallas.
Dallas.
What, man?
Dallas.
Yeah, man?
Dallas, walk all the way to the end. Don't walk over to me, Dallas.
You didn't mention that.
No, that's okay. Nice. This is so unfortunate. I live to thrill.
Whoa! I'm telling you, laying on a concrete floor, laying on a flat surface is incredible.
Especially with my back. Oh god, it's just
Scoliosis.
my back's still heaving.
Really?
Oh fuck yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, these might kind
I
of.
never went to the hospital. So I
Can you
had to
look?
have a test.
How far down can you look before they tip? Alright, Dallas, so here's how we're gonna do this.
Hell yeah, brother.
You gonna see the Mario Brothers movie coming out tomorrow, Thomas?
My life is like a video.
Let me see it. Let me see it.
Here it is. That was
Let me out of this car. You stop it right now. Wait, come back, come back. No, no, no. When you,
I at this empty street, the only one I don't know the fucking lyrics.
Why are you laughing at me?
Just funny.
Why are you laughing at me?
Just funny.
Okay. Here we go. 3, 2, 1.
This is epic. I gotta get the fuck out of my way.
What are you doing? What?
Alright. Gonna do a Lincoln.
Oh wait, I wasn't recording. I was recording on this one though.
Man, fuck this dude, man, fuck this. That's what a hot box feels like. I don't want any fucking part of it, you know?
Harder, cry harder. All right, 3, 2, 1.
Oh.
Somebody usually always lives in a church. Yeah. Usually.
Back up a little bit. Just a little bit. Back up. Just a little bit. Dallas, back up a little.
No, I pulled you over tonight, sir.
Wow.
You're going 12 over the limit. Yeah, that's dangerously close to having your license revoked.
Go.
In movies, they would be like, and it would have a little string and it would follow the string.
You're heavy. Why ain't you helping me at all? Lazy bastard. Been putting on the pounds, huh, boy? Dude, you're really. Oh, you're really heavy. Sorry.
Just do it. Oh, one take,
Are we
baby.
rolling?
Yep. All right. I don't know what you want from me. Oh my god.
Okay.
Go with 3.
Okay.
So you count 3 when you want it to happen.
All right. I'm gonna run the fog machine and then I'll count to 3.
That's when it starts.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Yep.
All right. 1, 2, 3. Oh.
Oh.
What happened?
Did the battery die?